In this sweeping landscape where the old and new travel side by side, life is sacred. It is also fragile and all too often in jeopardy. Like other reservation towns bruised and beaten by poverty, Kyle is facing the harsh realities of a youth suicide rate far higher than the national average. But it is also finding inspiration in an unlikely community leader. Here at the Little Wound School Gymnasium, a freshman basketball player is bringing a message of hope and life to the court. Janay Jumping Eagle is a 14-year-old sharpshooting guard on the girls' basketball team. She is also a member of one of the reservation's most noted and successful basketball families. Her grandfather, Dusty LeBeau, is a South Dakota Sports Hall of Fame coach who took all 8 of his children, including Janay's mother, Echo, to state tournaments with one team or another. With an average of almost 18 points a game, Janay is doing her family heritage proud on the hardwood. She is also using her skills and love of the game to shoot for the greater goal of fighting suicide.
I've experienced suicide in my life, losing family, really close family, and I don't like the feeling of it, and like just the feeling it gives you when you lose someone. It's really hard to deal with.
She is dealing with it these days by fighting back against dreadful statistics that include a cousin and others she knew. With a January 8th Facebook post, she dedicated the rest of her season to those who have lost someone to suicide and to the fight against it. She went public for more than hoops. She included a picture of her basketball with a hand-lettered message she hopes will reach kids who think about hurting themselves. The outreach caught her dad, Janay Jumping Eagle, off guard, in the best of ways.
It kind of hit me, you know, to know that it's my daughter. I still look at her as a little girl, you know. She's only 14, and for her to you know, make a pledge or proclaim something like that was pretty big.
It was big in ways that could matter to the reservation's campaign against suicide. Janay's uncle Lyle LeBeau works on that effort every day with the Sweetgrass Suicide Prevention Project. It's an understaffed project stretched thin by the size of the reservation and a population of unusually vulnerable young people. Getting help from his niece was a pleasant surprise.
It's going to mean a lot to communities, to the reservation, to the kids that look up to athletes, you know. On there she put hope. There's hope, and that's what we're trying to do with the kids when we work with them. There is hope.
Janay's basketball coach says hope is exactly what some reservation kids need in a life and death way. Norma Brown Bull gets emotional when she talks about what Janay and her teammates are doing and why it's so necessary.
So many young ones that we've lost. We've lost a lot of them. And we've had athletes, we've had people that are just really quiet and we don't even know, and then they're gone. So if she could get this message out there to help just one, I mean, that'll make a big difference. So
Janay hopes that kids who are in trouble can find help and discover in some activity or friendship the kind of joy she finds on the basketball court.
I don't even know if there's words for it because I love it so much, and it just takes me to a happy place. And I feel like when I'm playing basketball, nothing can bring me down, stop me.
Her dad says spreading that kind of joy might save lives and could prevent others from carrying the burden of loss for the rest of their lives.
She knows the feeling of how it affects the family, you know, how hurt you are, how sad you are, and how you probably never will recover, you know, but she don't want no one to feel that way is basically her main reason for doing this.
She's doing it with a basketball and words of encouragement, offered simply by a young girl with an adult message for those in trouble.
There is hope.
With Keloland, this is Kevin Wooster.